Would you turn it? Attention, Hornets fans! Do you want to take part in a special game on next home game? If so, all you have to do is show up, and every single one of you will get your own Honeybees mug. Attention, Hornets fans! There are still tickets available for upcoming games. Just stop by the ticket stand or visit us online to learn more. Charlotte, who wants a Hornets Beats now? Let's be one of the first 10,000 fans through the doors at our next giveaway game to claim yours. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Hornets along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Rallytown Day is on its way, fans. Join us at our next home game, and you'll receive our
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. You'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Brandon Miller.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. The guard pair form will be Suggs and Bain. And it's MP in at the center position. And for Charlotte, Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Pat Connaughton. Well, the playoffs are quickly approaching. We love this time of year. Doris, it is the best time of the season.
Oh, Kevin, there is no doubt because we start to get the best basketball of the season. The stakes are high.
objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And what's mind-blowing is the consistency of excellence they've shown. Going to someone else's arena, blocking out the noise, making the huge plays in crunch time. MP loves to play the spoiler role. I think it's just his competitive nature.
Now here's Connaughton. Following the miss by MP, down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Wagner. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
That's about trusting your instincts, knowing when the shot he wants to take is there and taking it in the catch and shoot. Mr. Wagner.
Now here's Ball. His last outing with 20 points. Miller surveying the floor. And that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
Now, here's Wagner. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
I tell you, sometimes you can make a statement with a dunk. MP, yes, sir.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. The talented Paolo Banchero came up early in the conversation, and he told me Paolo is basically a 6'10" point forward. That presents matchup issues. We'll have to put our best wing defender on him, and even he will need some help. Banchero has incredible skills for his size. That is what makes him so good. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Banchero.
And you know Miller was in his head on that one. Nice job just staying connected, making the shot uncomfortable.
Pass the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got 5.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
MP with a screen on Ball. Suggs kicks to MP. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
For 3, Bridges.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Suggs against Ball. Inside. Tries again. MP grabs the miss.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Bridges with the board. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Doris, when you look at the numbers of Miles Bridges, he is a bona fide 20-point-per-game player.
And Kevin, that's a big statement. It is not easy to score 20 at this level on a nightly basis. To extend that over several years is the sign of good things to come.
Here's MP. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 7 points in the game.
Boy, hard to operate any more efficiently than this guy has this quarter.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Hornets. Diabate's checked in, and it's Sexton in for Pat Connaughton. Magic on defense. It's a 3-point game. Ball no good.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
Payne against Ball. MP with a screen on Miller. Pass to MP. Diabate grabs the board. The Hornets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. That one goes in. Ball's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the great length and the great size of the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
And here is Bane. MP sets the screen for Bane. Misses the 3. To the paint. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Pass to De Silva. MP with a screen on Ball. Bane kicks to MP. Bangs home the trifecta. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Magic lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
James is out there with Sexton. Then there's Plumlee. Then it's Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 4. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Thunder was outstanding. He finished with 30 points, and as you might expect, he was usually first up to clear the boards, hauling in those loose balls for the squad. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Allie, we appreciate the update. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Get loud! It's time for your Squad Squad!
Pat Connaughton is... checked in for the Hornets. Miller comes in for James. Orlando also making some changes. Baines checked in for Howard. And it's Suggs in for Anthony Black. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. And here is Bridges. Following the three-pointer by MP. Charlotte moving it around. And here's Miller outside. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Here's Here's MP. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
Well, the defense tries to collapse on MP's drive, but he just refuses to back out.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the evening. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And a switcher also for Orlando. Banchero's checked in.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Connaughton sets a screen for Ball. No good from the wing.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Outside, Suggs. MP sets the screen for Bain. Sinks the triple. Bain's got the lead up to 12 now for Orlando.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Ball, the pass to Miller. There's a screen. Will it go? He squares up and sinks it. Miller's got 4 this quarter.
Now, how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself?
And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he's the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
And the Hornets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Miller outside. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Oh, my goodness. You can't time that any better than MP. He denies that shot.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Suggs against Ball. 6 on the shot clock. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, "Coaching is teaching, and you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering. You teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register it." Back over to you guys.
A new school approach, if you will. Thank you, Allie. Now, MP. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. MP against Connaughton. Carter outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Connaughton passes the Ball. Over Bain. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
It is very difficult guarding LaMelo Ball to stay disciplined and not bite on that pump fake. He's so good at it.
And he's good on the second. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Ball against Suggs. Wagner from long range. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Orlando Magic enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never beat.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Orlando Magic.
And you look at the numbers. They're playing so well offensively, nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
And if they continue on this track, they're pulling away down the stretch. Mark my words.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bain and Wagner. Banchero is out there with MP. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. There's Miller with the three. Magic leading by 12. Suggs kicks to MP. Miller grabs the miss. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And it's Orlando with the rebound. On the wing, MP. 1 points in the game.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Outside, Suggs. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists tonight. Hornets trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ball against Suggs. Now, here's Ball. He's covered closely. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Charlotte's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Bridges, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. Taking a look at New York. They've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And right now for the Magic, they're playing consistent basketball right now. Just what a team wants to do at this stage of the season. You want to go into the postseason knowing who you are and what you're capable of.
Now Ball, following the 3-point attempt by MP. Now Ball, 12 points for him. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's MP, who's got 23. Wagner on the wing. Pass to Bain. Suggs kicks to MP. Shot clock at 6. Banchero outside. 3-pointer. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists in the game. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Charlotte. Black's checked in for Orlando. Bain against Ball. Over Bain. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 14 points for the game.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Wagner outside. And stolen by Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And a wide open look for MP. And the 3 off target.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Ball against Banchero. Pulls up. Ball no good.
Oh, he will kick himself for that one. That was a tremendous opportunity.
That's tipped. And Wagner has it in the corner. Pass to Black. The 3 from Banchero. Hornets with the rebound. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Ball with it. Nice defense from Wagner. And so it's Orlando with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Dan, he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And there have been 2. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Wagner outside. MP with a screen on Bridges. Banchero kicks to Wagner. Clock at 6. Here's MP. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Hornets trail by 8. Covered by MP. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. Right side, Ball. Book it!
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
And so, MP will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They led by as many as 18 points. Banchero, down he goes for 3.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Suggs against Ball. Miles Bridges. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Magic leading by 9. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Missed on the 3. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Ball. And the rejection by MP. .141 left in the 4th quarter. Suggs outside. Misses the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Ball. And get the 3. Magic have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th, 4 of 9. 107 left in the 4th quarter. Bane rips down the rebound.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Now Suggs. Puts up a 3. Bridges with the rebound. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They trail by 9 points. It's stolen by Banchero. MP deciding where to go with it. MP sets the screen for Banchero. MP. Oh, the dunk.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Ball. So it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So long.
Ah, there he is.
Hey.
Legend who spoiled Legends Night. Looking like a man at peace, MP.
Hey, I'm happy with the win, you know? But I'm happier with where we're headed.
And where exactly is that?
Well, anywhere we want. Yeah, winning a big game in a tough spot on a night like this, where the other team sees themselves as the one destined for glory until we came along, man, that's winning in the playoffs. 2 teams, 2 dreams, 1 truth. And we made winning our truth tonight. We just got to keep it up.